everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. Well, let's see, it's Thursday and I came outside because it is a lot quieter out here. The sky is actually blue with some puffy clouds in it. I don't think you can see behind me, but it looks very nice outside. Although I do hope that we get a bit more rain. So, this has been the beginning of the school year for us. We start on Monday, and so each time school starts, I try to reassess what can be some time wasters for me. Now, I do this a few times a year, but particularly whenever school is beginning, because when school starts, that takes up a lot of our day. And so I also try to work in what kind of schedule we want, whether we want to do 4 days a week, 5 days a week. I think we're going to do 4 days a week this year. We'll see. I don't know. I'm still playing around with it, and here we are like 4 days out from school starting. We'll see. I'm not sure yet. I need to pray about that a little bit more. So what I thought I would do is share some time wasters that might not necessarily be a time waster for you, but it very well could be. And so also, I know everyone's idea of busy is different. For some people, they feel like they're busy and then they can get even busier, and they didn't really realize what busy was to start with. And that's been the case that I have seen in quite a few years. We have a large family and we homeschool, and I cook a lot of things from scratch. We garden, and we are into the ministry. We try to be good servants of the Lord. And so we are very busy, but there's been some years, such as my mom went through cancer treatments, and I took her to all of the treatments, and that took a few hours out of each day. Some days we were at the hospital all day long, and this was during the school year. And so I would have to come home and fill in with school whenever possible. So, and this year we have a wedding that's going on. It's going to be September the 24th, Lord willing, and we really want to make that a special time for them because, Lord willing, this will be the only time, this once in a lifetime thing for them. So we're really excited about that. And we are just blessed that God has worked in all of that. So what might seem busy, like last year when I didn't have any extras going on, and it was busy, it can always get busier. And so sometimes you can feel quite maxed out. So I was assessing some time robbers. Not necessarily all of them are for me, some of them might be for me, but I was just thinking of myself and also some things that I see in other people's lives when they say they are so busy. And they are busy. We can all be busy doing nothing, laying around or whatever. Some things are productive, some things are not. Some things are the Lord's will, some things are not. And then, of course, that's a matter of priority for each individual person. So anyway, here we go. Number one, I would say television. I think it's always good to, well, not always. If it's a good program and there aren't any terrible commercials on it, like such as Hardee's commercials or something, it can be a good way to unwind and sort of de-stress and get along with your day. As long as you keep it under control and you're not on the television all the time. And time can fly away with you. I know some people, they can sit down and watch television, and before you know it, it's 2 hours later. And so we always need to be mindful too. I want to say that we need to give God our time first. And I know I can be guilty of this, not necessarily with television, but with some other things, that I need to put God as my first priority, not just in prayer, but also in fellowship and reading His Word. Also, I would say for instead of television, sometimes it can be the computer or computer devices, such as iPods, iPhones, tablets. You can spend a whole lot of time being on the computer. And sometimes it might seem like good things. Like for me, if I'm researching on how to get rid of an ear infection, naturally, I can be on the computer for a few hours or on an iPod for a few hours looking up that remedy, or you know, watching YouTube videos. I try to combine my time with YouTube videos. I don't catch everything that's in all of the videos except for a very few, and I guess that would take the place of my television time because I'm not a big television person. I might watch television like once every 6 to 8 weeks or something, a few shows. I'll sit down and watch a series of shows. But even, I know on YouTube, since this is YouTube, watching YouTube videos can take up a whole lot of your time, and so can filming, and for some people editing YouTube videos can take up a whole lot of your time. And it's not needful. We don't need YouTube. We survived before YouTube came around. We survived, some people survived before television came around. So we need to really be mindful of what's needful and make sure that our priorities are correct and that we're doing what needs to be done first. The telephone. A lot of people are big telephone people, and especially in this day and age with phoning people and texting, some people cannot escape their telephone. They are with their phone, nailed to their side all the time. And that can be quite stressful. Sometimes it's good to back away from your telephone, and not just your telephone as far as talking on it, but it could be texting, it could be any of your social media such as Instagram or Facebook. Just back up from it, and you see how much better you can feel. You can, your mood can lighten up a whole lot. You can de-stress from that. Sometimes it's good to move away from the world and refocus and de-stress yourself, and it'll make you feel a whole lot better. Leaving home. One time I had a neighbor, and she was a stay-at-home mom, but her vehicle was in, out, in, out, in, out, all day long. And then she was like, well, how do you do what you do? I don't see how you do that. You have a large family, and you homeschool, and, you know, you do this and that. You cook all the meals and stuff. I stay home. I go to church 3+ times a week, and I go to the grocery store or to Dollar General or somewhere like that, and it's rare that I leave the house unless it's for those two things. And sometimes it's good to go, you know, like I'll take the girls shopping. They enjoy shopping, and I'll take them shopping. And I'm not saying never leave the house, but to do it all the time if you're a stay-at-home wife or mother, and to do it constantly is unnecessary. You're wasting your time and your money, especially if you're complaining on not being able to get things done at home. And it can be anything. Just focus on anything that you are obsessed with, whether it's good or bad, that can be taking up your time. A lot of times we try to justify, well, we're doing this, but it's for the good of us or for the good of the family. I'm big time into reading nonfiction things like self-help things. That's something I've always been into, and trying to improve myself in so many ways. And it's just something that I like to do. I like to know things. I like to know how to cure this or that naturally, how to save money. I've always been that way. When I was a little girl, my parents would say, would you like this or this? I'd say, which one's cheaper? That's just the way I've always been. But anyway, even if it's good things, it can get in the way of what you need to get done in life. So it's always good to write down, or you can put it on your iPhone or whatever, prioritize what you need to get done during the day. Have a bullet list, and you can check it off or cross it out when you're done. And save your other time for later. It's good to balance things out. Have so much time for this, so much time for this, so much time for this. And so anyway, I hope this is helpful. It's something that, like I said, I am reassessing right now. I am working on loose schedules. Tight schedules don't work for us, and I'm reassessing our chores right now because I think it's time to switch all of that around, and working on what subjects we need to do when and what subjects we're going to do first, because we're going to do some first and then we're going to do some later, but then I still need time for ministry, and going to church. And I also need time for gardening because our garden's going to be coming in with our green beans and our peas for the year. And we're going to have squash coming in, and it's time to plant some broccoli and carrots and cauliflower and something else. So the garden's in full force, or it will actually, the produce will be coming in again, another wave of produce in maybe like 3 more weeks. And but then we have a lot of wedding planning to do as well, and to get all of that settled. So anyway, I'm going to let you go with that thought. I hope it's helpful, and please comment below, and if it's even nothing that you have a problem with, but if you can think of other time wasters that might be helpful for other people to reassess in their life, if you could just comment below and let us know. Or like this video, and you can subscribe if you would like to. And I hope you have a blessed day. Now it's time to go look at the garden and finish cleaning the living room, because that's my priority right now. Oh, and lunchtime too. Talk to you later. Bye.